Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Today I'll be making a hearty pork pot pie, and I was just putting my crust into my dish because I like crust. Some people don't, they just like the crust on the top and the pie, nothing in the bottom. But this is the way my mother used to make it, except she used to make her own dough. I'm using pie crust. Yeah, we want to do as less work as possible, Mama. I'm just filling these holes with some of the extra dough. I have my oven heated at 375. It's ready to go. Just waiting on me to put the pie crust in. And I'm almost there. I'm going to let you see when I'm done. You know, the cold days are coming here in Michigan. Won't be very long, and we're going to want these dishes to like warm our souls and our tummies. And this could be one of them. If you don't like pork, you can definitely use chicken, turkey, or beef, or whatever meat you choose. Yeah, you could do that. Okay, I've been playing with this like Play-Doh, and this should do it. Like I usually say, it doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but it has to taste good. This is one of those cases where it's not very pretty. Okay, here we go. I just want you to see. I just got it in there. I just filled some holes. And like I said, my oven is heated at 375, and I'm going to put it in and let it cook for 11 minutes or so. I'm setting my timer. Okay, here I have some pork. I had a small pork roast, and I just sliced some off and chopped it into little chunks. You could buy boneless pork chops, or like I said, add any type of meat that you like. Okay, we're going to heat up this oven. This pan. I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Come on out, oil. And a little bit of butter. And I'm going to add in my pork. We're going to cook this pork up first and remove it because, you know, pork can get a little tight and rubbery if you overcook it. And after I cook it here, it's going into the oven. So we're only going to cook it as long as necessary for these little chunks, probably about 2 or 3 minutes. You see how it's turning white already? It's cooking pretty fast. Yeah. That's been about 3 minutes. We're going to take these out. Like I said, they're going to cook again in the oven. Excuse me for reaching over. For reaching over you. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more oil and a little bit more butter. And I have 2 potatoes. They were fairly small that I just chopped into chunks. So we're going to cook these up for a minute. Well, these will take more than a minute because we want these to cook almost done. See how they have brown? That's why I like to use clarified butter, because it's very unlikely that clarified butter is going to turn your food brown, or is it going to turn brown? And it takes heat, you know, a lot better before it burns, but it's okay. It's still going to be good. That's what we want. I think I might add a pinch of salt. You can cover it if you need them to cook faster, but I'm not in a hurry. When you cover it, see that steam? That'll go back into the potato and cook it pretty fast. That has been all of about 10 minutes. And I'm just going to check them. See how that goes in there? That's tender enough. They're not all the way done, but they're going to finish cooking up in the pot pie. In the dish with the other goodies. Okay. I'm just going to add these over here. Oh, I think we lost a few. Oh, let me show you our pie crust. Can you see it? Can you see it? Whoa, almost lost it there. Let me see. Just wanted you to see. And that was about 11 minutes. It's waiting in here. Let me turn this down a bit. I'm going to add just some butter with this, not the oil. Even though they're all going to be hanging out together. Should have used my clarified butter. Let me show you the difference. We're going to wipe this out and I'm going to add the clarified. My pan is still pretty hot, and this is the clarified butter. And watch the difference. See how butter just immediately turns brown? This won't do that. And it has a high cook temp, just like olive oil does. It won't burn nearly as fast. Might want to get you some, or better yet, make you some. I made a video how to cook ghee. G-H-E-E, which is clarified butter. Okie doke. Here I have some onions. carrots, peas, and corn. And those are frozen. I didn't cut those up. I'm going to add a little chicken broth, a little or a lot, however much I think I need. We're going to want it to be, you know, kind of thick. So we won't water it down too much, or if we do, we can always add a flour slurry, and that's just about a tablespoon or two of flour and then some water, and then you just mix it up and add it in little at a time until you're satisfied with the thickness of whatever you're cooking. Okay. What am I going to add next? Back into the pot, I'm going to add the potatoes, and this is probably enough for about 2, which I'll probably just make a second one and freeze it for another time. Oops, man overboard. Get rid of him. It smells good, and we haven't even did too much yet. I'm going to season it with some complete, because it has all those delicious flavors, rosemary and thyme, onion, bell peppers. It really smells good now. It really smells delicious. You can just eat a spoonful. It's warm in here. Let me rinse off my top. I have a can of cream of celery. That's why I didn't add any celery in, because we're using cream of celery. Get in there. Let's see, you may or may not need all of it. Smells wonderful in here. This is one of those smells where your neighbor come knock on your door and like, "What are you cooking over here? It smells delicious." One of those. I'm going to add a little more broth. Let's break it down a little bit. Just a little at a time. Be in no hurry. I'm going to add the entire can because I don't want to waste it. That's not complete here. I think I'm going to need a little more. Let me turn it down a bit. That tastes so good. But we're not finished yet. We're not finished yet. I'm going to add a little more. Excuse me, I'm trying to open this completely. Forgive me. I'm back. And turn it down more. There it is. It's on now. Not too much. Don't want to over season it. That's pretty thick, so I'm going to add some. Look, I hate that. That's the bottom of that broth. I should have shaken it. If you don't shake it, that's what'll happen. That will sit at the bottom. It'll come out just like it did. That's why I like making my own chicken broth. I didn't have any right then, and when I don't, I'll just go for the quickest thing. But, you know, it's always better to make your own when you can. That's good. I have some heavy cream. And I'm going to add a little bit of dry mustard, just for extra added flavor. It's about a teaspoon. Doesn't take much. Let me taste it again. I want to taste it again. I think that is, let me see. I'm going to add a pinch of butter, just a little bit. Haven't used a lot, just use it a few times. Little bit at a time. Excuse more the noise. Excuse the noise. When I say a little, I mean a little. Turn it down very low. I'm going to let it cook for just a few more minutes. By a few, I mean maybe 2. Here I have 1 egg, and I've added some water. Just a couple tablespoons. We're going to add our filling. Oops. That's enough filling. That's quite enough. You don't want to overfill it. Taste that. I have another pie crust. Come on out, it doesn't want to come out. Okey-dokey. Almost let it get too soft. I'm pressing it down over top. Just like that. We're just going to do this, make this rustic. Come on off of there. It might be a little too much. Let me try it like this. Just going to trim it off some. Trim it off a little bit if you like. You don't have to. You can leave it hanging over just like it was. It'll be just fine. I just want to clean it up a little bit is all. Clean it up a little bit. I took too much off of that right there. Just going to add some more is all. Nobody will know but you and me. Okay, that's better. That looks better. See how that looks a little better? I think I'll do something with the fork. Sorry. Poke holes in here. You can be decorative or you can just poke it. It's up to you. That's to release the steam that's going to accumulate in your filling. Clean this up a little bit. Make it look like we really broke a sweat. We really did. We didn't put a lot of work in. We just put a lot of love in, you know? You gotta put love in your food. Which means you care about what you're cooking. And so the egg, I'm just going to brush some. So hopefully brown it up nicely. I think we have it all covered. And if I didn't say it again, my oven is still heated. At 375, I'm going to put it in and I'm going to let this cook for about 30 minutes. And if we need more cook time after then we'll cook it longer. See you in 30. Set your timer. That's been 35 minutes. It's pretty hot, but I'm going to try to cut into it so we can give it a little taste. Can you see it? I want you to see it closely. And you can stuff it as much as you want with the filling. I just didn't need all of that filling, so that's why I only put some. Excuse me, that's hot. Look at that. Give me some of that. Make you sing. I like the crust, so I don't mind piling it up like that. Okay. It's got a lot of crust. That's what I like most when we used to eat. I don't know if it was Stouffer's, but it was the little pot pies in the store. And I used to love to let the crust get really dark and crunchy. Let me taste it. It's pretty hot. This is really good. And it's not dry, but it could have been juicier. I could have added a little more moisture to my filling. So keep that in mind if you decide to try it. That's if you like it juicy, but this is fine for me. And it's good. I'm telling you the truth. Make you some. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, and remember to pray. And then pray some more. Pray for her, pray for him, pray for you. Pray for them. Pray for us. Don't stop praying. Pray. And also, remember that you matter, I matter, we matter. All of us matter. So let's just keep loving each other and take care of one another. Until next time, stay safe. Stay blessed. I love you. I really do. Later. Gonna eat some more of this. Yum.